Let's see how to insert a node at rear end. Rear end means if it is a front and this one will become a rear end, you have to insert a node here. First see, if you want, here you have the nodes, right? These are the nodes you have already have. Then you have to insert from the rear end. Then what's the logic? Here it is also null. Yes, then you have to connect this to this, and this one doesn't becomes null. This one is holding the null value. Yes, and it must contains the address of this. Then how to do this one? Insert a node at the rear end. First, what the step first is, if the list doesn't exist. Imagine if the list doesn't exist, whatever you have created is your first node. At that time, with the help, create a node using getNode function. How to, you know how, what's the getNode function, right? Then how the code was, getNode function you have taken. Once you have taken the getNode, you will get the information and the link field, and this getNode function is assigned to the temp. So this one will becomes your temp. Yes, next you have to insert the values. Where we have to insert? This is the variable temp, right? Temp of info and temp of link, because this is your first node in the list. This is the list is doesn't exist, and whatever you have created is your first node. At that time you have to take like this, that is temp of info equal to item, temp of link equal to null. If the list is empty, if the list is empty, the above node can be returned as the first node of the list. That is, if first equal to null. Yes, if first equal to null, return temp. If first is holding, if first equal to null, then you have to return. If the list is empty, whatever you have created, right, it will become your first node. Then you have to check the condition, is first equal to null. What you have to return? You have to return the temp. Why we have to return the temp? But you have already created the temp node, right? So whatever you have created, that one will becomes the first node. So the first equal to null, you have taken return temp. If the list is existing, what happens? If the list is existing, we have to insert temp at the end of the list, right? So here the list is existing, that is the first variable is holding the address of the first node. You have already the values 10, 20 and 30 information in each node, right? 1, 2, 3 nodes are already existing in your list, and you have to insert this one. This is the node to be inserted to this list. Yes, then what the condition you have to check here? What you have to do? You have to move from this to this to this, and again you have to connect this one to this. In order to create, you have to use tag, that is getNode function, temp, and you have assigned temp of info and temp of link equal to null. Why you have taken temp of link? Because it is the last node, right? Here in the list already the null value exists, but once you connect this null is deleted, right? This null value is deleted, and it is holding the address of the whatever you have new node created. Let's see how to do this. To insert at the end, we have to find the address of the last node. In order to find the last node, what we have to do? We have to assign. I know this is a first variable, right? Here you have the first is holding the address of the first node. I will assign this first to the current. What I will do? I will assign first to the current. Then what I will check in the condition, while current of link not equal to null. I have to move from one node to the another until I will get the null, right? Once I get the null, then only I will come to know that this is the last node. So while current of link not equal to null, then we will move current of link current. That is, here what it will becomes. See, after executing pictorially, after executing this code, how your linked list looks like this. First, right, this will becomes the current. Next, current of link. Yes, while current of link not equal to null, then it will move to here. Once it comes to the last node, yes, the current of link is equal to null. Yes, then what we have to do? Insert a node at the end. Looking at the above code, we can write, I have to current of link not equal to null means I can enter into the loop, right? At the last, here what I will do? Here current of link is equal to null becomes, the condition becomes satisfied, right? Once this condition fails, then if the condition is true, we will enter into the loop. If this condition false, right, we have to write some more statement, right? At that time, what statement I will write means, this is the current is holding the null value. Current of link equal to, I will directly assign, I know this temp is holding what? This whatever you have created node, right? So current of link equal to temp I will. At that time what happen? After executing this line of code, what the link will do? This current, the null is cancelled, right? The null is cancelled or replaced by the temp variable. So this one, after that what I have to return? The link is already existed. The link will created, right? The first contain the address of the first node. So what you have to return? Return the first. So you are inserting a node at the rear end. इथं काय नाही, इथं काय पाहिजे तुम्हाला? इथं तुमचं लिस्ट असतं. लिस्ट नसेल तर काय होतं आहे? तुम्ही क्रिएट केलेलंच पहिला नोड असतं आहे. तुम्ही क्रिएट केलेलाच पहिला नोड म्हणजे तुम्ही क्रिएट केलेल्या पहिल्या नोडला काय नाव दिला? तुम्ही टेम्प म्हणून दिला. टेम्प म्हणून दिला तर इथं कसं घेता तुम्ही? गेट नोड, दॅट इज टेम्प इक्वल टू गेट नोड. इथं टेम्प ऑफ इन्फोमध्ये घालता, टेम्प ऑफ लिंकमध्ये नल म्हणून घालता. हे झालं. हे तुमचं एकच असेल तर, तुम्ही नवीन केलेलं एकच असेल तर लिस्टमध्ये हे होतं आहे. तेव्हा काय करता? नाही, मला ऑलरेडी लिस्ट आहे, मला अजून एक व्हॅल्यू लास्टमध्ये इन्सर्ट करायचं आहे. तेव्हा काय करता? आता लिंक तुम्हाला 1 to नोड म्हणून जायचं आहे. इथून इथं जायचं आहे, इथून इथं जायचं आहे, इथून लास्ट नोडला कनेक्ट करायचं आहे. इथं आल्यानंतर तुम्हाला काय समजतं आहे? तुम्हाला लास्ट नोड कुठला आहे म्हणून समजून घ्यायला पाहिजे. सो तुम्ही काय करता? हे फर्स्टला काय म्हणून घेता? करंट म्हणून घेता. हे करंट झालं तर फर्स्ट इथंच असतं आहे. हे करंट एक अल्टरनेट नाव म्हणून घेता. अल्टरनेट नाव करून तुम्ही सर्च करत जाता. करंट कुठंपर्यंत जाता? लास्ट नोडपर्यंत जाता. त्यामुळे तुम्ही काय हे घालता की इथं बघा, इथं काय घातला? करंट ऑफ लिंक नॉट इक्वल टू. इथंपर्यंत करंट ऑफ लिंक करंट, यस. इथं बघा, हे करंट ऑफ लिंक झालं, इथं करंट आलं, इथं करंट ऑफ लिंक झाल्यानंतर इथं काय येतं तुम्हाला? हे नल म्हणून येत आहे. नल म्हणून आल्यानंतर तुम्ही काय करता? हे कुणाला कनेक्ट करायचं आहे? हे तुम्ही टेम्प म्हणून क्रिएट केलेलं असताना त्याला कनेक्ट करायचं. आता हे करंट ऑफ लिंक कुणाला हे करायचं? सो द लिंक, वॉट द कोड यू विल राईट हिअर इज द करंट ऑफ लिंक इक्वल टू टेम्प. आता कनेक्शन झालं तुमचं. आता हे कनेक्शन झाल्यानंतर हे लास्ट नोडचं काय नल व्हॅल्यू होतं ना तुमचं, ते काय होतं आहे? कॅन्सल्ड होतं आहे, रिप्लेस्ड. वाय इट इज रिप्लेस्ड? बिकॉज यू आर इन्सर्टिंग. आता तुम्ही इन्सर्ट करता ना इथं टेम्प म्हणून, सो इट विल बी cancelled. So what you have to return? You have to move to the first, right, again. So return first. This is what inserting a node at the rear end.